Hey y'all, let's get into this wild new update about MeganTheeStallion and Tory. So some brand new info just dropped that's really got people talking. Now y'all remember Megan's ex-best friend Kelsey, right? Well, her former bodyguard is now stepping into the spotlight, and what he's saying is kind of shaking things up. According to him, it wasn't Tory who pulled the trigger that night, it was actually Kelsey who shot at Megan. Yep, you heard that right. This bodyguard, his name is James, said that on the night of the shooting, which happened on July 15, 2020, he overheard Kelsey on a phone call straight up admitting that she popped Megan. He claims he didn't just hear her say it once, he says she admitted it more than 2 times that same night. Now that's a big deal. And when it comes to Tory, James says all he did was try to knock the gun out of Kelsey's hand after she fired 3 shots at Megan. So, according to James, Tory didn't shoot Megan, he actually tried to stop more shots from being fired. Now, you might be thinking, why is James just now coming forward with all of this? Well, according to him, and these are his exact words, his conscience just wouldn't let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Phew, that's deep. Now, Tory's legal team is definitely using this statement to their advantage. They say what James is saying lines up with the testimony from another witness named Sean Kelly. If y'all remember, Sean Kelly testified in court that he saw 2 women fighting, and then 2 men stepped in. He also said he saw one man grab one of the woman's arms, and the gunshots came from the passenger side of the car. That's where Kelsey was sitting, by the way.
Recently, we've been made aware that a member of the media, Mr. Gianno Caldwell, was working on an op-ed for the New York Post regarding Mr. Peterson's innocence. During his work on that op-ed, he became aware of some information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case. Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representatives with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell. Unite the People represents Daystar Peterson in his appellate process. We filed an appellate brief and a writ of habeas corpus on his behalf. The district attorney's office has already responded. The case is fully briefed. We're just waiting for the appellate court's decision. We were willing to wait for the appellate process to play out, but given that brutal, unprovoked attack, we felt it necessary to come here today to provide you with this information. Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting.
So now, with this new info from James, Tory's team, specifically the group called Unite the People, just held a press conference in Los Angeles. They're calling this a major update to the case and are using it to push for Tory's release. But hold up, there's more to this story. So there's a rumor going around about why Tory Lanez got injured in prison. And y'all, it's crazy. A few pics got out showing the guy who allegedly punctured Tory. The streets are saying that this dude went after Tory because he disrespected his wife. Yup, apparently the man's wife came to visit him, and Tory allegedly made some rude and disrespectful comments about her. So that's when things went left, and Tory ended up hurt. Again, that's the story going around. It hasn't been officially confirmed, so take that part with a grain of salt. Now, because of all this new drama and the fact that Tory's sitting behind bars, there's been a petition going around asking for him to be pardoned. The petition is calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to fix what they're calling a major injustice. And y'all, over 37,000 people have already signed it. And it's not just random people signing either. Some big names in the music world are speaking up too. They're using their platforms to show support for Tory. One of the biggest names, Chris Brown. He recently posted on his Instagram story saying, "Free Tory." Now, it's worth noting that Chris Brown is also dealing with some legal stuff himself right now after that club situation that made headlines. But he still made time to show support for Tory. Now, y'all, this whole thing got people split. Some folks are saying this is all just way too convenient. Like, really? Tory gets punctured in prison, and then all of a sudden, this bodyguard decides to speak up with new info? A lot of people are side-eyeing the timing and wondering if this is some kind of setup. People online are saying that Tory and his crew might have planned this whole thing. Like, maybe Tory let himself get hurt on purpose just to get some sympathy and attention for his case. They're also saying that maybe James, the bodyguard, is being paid to speak out now to help Tory look innocent. And honestly, it sounds like a movie script. Like, who would go that far and actually let themselves get injured just to push a legal strategy? But on the flip side, some people believe this is all real. They're saying Tory actually did get hurt for real, and this bodyguard is just finally coming clean because he's been holding in the truth for too long and his guilt was eating him up inside. So, what do y'all think? Do you believe that Tory Lanez and his team are behind this whole thing, pulling strings behind the scenes to get him out of prison? Or do you think James really just had a change of heart and decided to do the right thing, even if it's years later? Do y'all think the timing is just a wild coincidence? Or is there something deeper going on here? Because let's be real, this situation is getting messier and messier. The internet is going wild, people are taking sides, and the drama just keeps building. And all of this is happening while Diddy's case is also blowing up in the news. Like, seriously, it's a lot to keep up with. But we will follow it all for you. It almost feels like the whole justice system is turning into reality TV. Folks are watching every move like it's an episode of a show, but real lives are being affected here. Someone's in prison, someone got shot, and now all this new info is being tossed into the mix. Anyway, y'all already know I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Do you believe Tory is innocent? Do you think Kelsey really pulled the trigger that night? Or is this just another plot twist in an already messy story? Let me know if you're Team Tory, Team Megan, or just Team This Is Too Much. Because baby, it's definitely giving messy. Alright y'all, I'll be keeping an eye on this story because I got a feeling this ain't over. Things are getting crazy and they're probably about to get even crazier. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. I'll catch y'all in the suggested video.